Hey there, I don't know what happened. My internet just glitched or whatever. So I'll just start over. So basically, today we're talking about goals and creating bulletproof goals that you actually can achieve. And you can achieve your goals. And the whole idea of bulletproofing isn't that you're not going to be in the line of fire. You are. So if you think about someone who's bulletproofed, they're planning to protect themselves so they don't get shot. So they wear bulletproof vests, or they may have other bulletproof gear, ride in bulletproof cars, be behind bulletproof glass, right? So the whole idea of bulletproofing isn't that you're not going to be in the line of fire, because you are. If you set a goal, chances are life is, first of all, life is going to happen. Just count on it. You're not always going to feel motivated. People will sabotage you consciously or unconsciously, maybe even with good intentions. Oh, I made this pie for you, just for you. They did something really nice for you, and you feel obligated to, try a piece or whatever, if your goal is to stay away from sweets, whatever. So that's just kind of a given. And so what I want to do is talk about how you can guard yourself, guard your goals, and actually write goals in a way that will help you to be successful, and you can achieve them. So what I want to do first is talk about what just goals in general, and then I want to dive into the steps to writing bulletproof goals and bulletproofing your goals. Okay, so what I'd like to start with is talking about why goals are difficult for people, because although we live in a bulletproof got bulletproof on the brain now. Although we live in a goal-oriented society, we have trouble following through with our goals. First of all, we have New Year's resolutions is a very common tradition in our society, and yet most people make them and they don't keep them. So they become good intentions without any follow-through, or consistency. As soon as life starts happening, we get derailed, and next thing you know, we're not even thinking about that New Year's resolution anymore until the next year, right? So why people have a hard time with goals, there's a variety of reasons, but a couple common reasons are, one is it's not been in your experience. So although we live in a society that's goal-oriented, maybe your family didn't really focus on goals, or that wasn't something that was instilled in you, as a child, and so it's just something that's not natural for you. Some people, are more free-spirited, and they have a perception, I guess, that goals confine you. That if you set a goal that somehow you're not going to be able to be spontaneous, or there's just kind of a resistance sometimes. There's what it is a kind of a certain kind of personality type where just the whole idea of that, it feels rigid, right? But goals can be really freeing, and I'll share that with you, okay? Another reason is that maybe you have, probably in your life, you've tried some goals and you haven't met them. Almost probably 100% of people have set a goal and not met it. And so it leaves you feeling bad, right? You feel like you failed. And so the next time when you want to try it again, there's a little bit, I guess, a resistance or a fear that it's going to happen again, and you don't want to feel bad, so you don't set goals. So, you avoid them maybe. Anyway, so all that aside, goals do work if you position them in a way that sets you up for success. So let's talk about that, okay? First of all, I think the core of how goals can work is if there's a good enough reason for you to do it. Okay, so if you set a goal and life happens and the reason isn't strong enough to help you resist that or get back on the horse, then you can get derailed. So we talk about identifying your why. So why are you doing this goal? And that goal, like I said, that why has to be big enough that it stands against the bullets, right? The bullets of life. So that would be the first thing, is to really dig deep. And one thing that you can do is ask yourself why you want to do it, and then keep asking why. Okay, so I want to lose weight. Why? Because I want to feel better. Why? Well, because I want to have energy to be with my kids, and I want to be able to run around and do things with them and have fun. Why? Well, I want to be an active parent. I want to be a good parent, right? I want to create memories with my kids. Why? Well, I want to be around to, do these things with my kids. I want to, oh, my dog is barking. Anyway, so you just keep asking why until you can't really answer it anymore. And that kind of gets to your deep answer of why. Kona, be quiet. Shush. Anyway, the second thing is, let's see, and look at my notes, make sure I'm not missing something. You need a plan. Okay, so you need a roadmap, a map of sorts of how you're going to accomplish this goal. So you want to write it down. Statistically, if you write down your goal, just even write it out a sentence, you are so much more likely of achieving your goal than if you just keep it in your head. It's proven fact. They've done many studies on it, okay? No, I'm not going to play with you. Go away. Oh, I just did. Now he's going to keep coming back. So you want to write it down, and you want to set yourself up for success by getting some accountability. Tell somebody. So write it down and then tell somebody. Could be a friend, could be a group. I'm going to be offering a Life by Design accountability group. I'll tell you about more tomorrow. But find somebody or something to hold you accountable, because you need that, and you need that support, okay? Let's see. Oh, and then you want to break it down, okay? So one of the problems, oh, my connection's weak. I'm going to lose you. If I lose you, I'm going to do this as a video and post it, because I've been losing my connection. You want to write your goal down and then break it down into tiny bite-sized pieces. So if I were to ask you, kind of silly, but if I was to ask you, how do you eat an elephant? How would you eat it? How in the world can you eat an elephant? The answer is one bite at a time, right? If I ask you, or I've had people ask me, I guess, how do you drink a gallon of water? I just couldn't do that. Well, a glass at a time, right? So you want to break down your goal into the smallest steps possible so that you can start taking those small steps. So if you have an overarching goal of losing weight, break it down into the tiny little steps and then make them actionable. Oh, now I've got the motor going next door. Okay, I'm going to try to do this, but if this doesn't work, I swear this is like the worst one. So, unbelievable. Okay, so you want to make your tiny little steps. For instance, and you want to schedule it. You want to schedule it and get a planner, okay? You want to schedule it into your planner and make a firm commitment to do that step. So earlier this week, we were talking about time sucks, and I identified one in my life that I think is going to make my life like so much better. This dog that's been barking in the background, well, he gets in the garbage. And so I told you that a few days ago. Yeah, I am definitely going. I committed to my mom. I'm going to, and I committed to you guys, I'm going to get a garbage pail, right? It's a small goal, but goals are good, right? So have I done anything about it? Not yet, okay? So guess what? Today I'm going to Walmart. It's on my list, okay? 100% chance it's going to happen. I am going to Walmart, and I'm on a mission, and I'm going to buy that garbage can, okay? So a lot of times when we set goals, we keep them in our head, and again, we have good intentions, but until we actually write it down and take an action or make a plan of action and then step into it and take action, it's not going to happen. Okay, so in your workbook, if you're part of the Design the Life You Love group, there is a process to step that anyway, to take those steps, to take your goal and break it down into small steps. Then I want you to take it even a little further, and when you do write your action plan or you put it in your calendar or whatever, what you're doing is you're also pinpointing when is it going to happen. So you want to have some kind of timeline. When are you going to finish this step? Not necessarily your whole goal, but this step. Okay, so that's really important. Okay, I'm sure I'm missing something in the process of the dog and the internet going down and all that. I just want to take a look at my notes and make sure. Da, 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 da. Oh, okay. I guess just to reiterate, the whole idea of life happens and the fear of failure. You know what? Chances are, when you set your goal today with this garbage pail, 100% chance. There's nothing getting in the way. Well, now watch, something will get in the way. But no, I mean, that could happen. It's very small, right? I can do that. But chances are that things are going to get in the way, and you're going to get derailed, and you may not take that step that day. Okay? You may even forget, or whatever. Okay. When that happens, you need to have a fallback plan. So plan something ahead of time. What's going to happen? What are you going to do when you fall off? Because you probably will. So are you going to call somebody and tell them, hey, I didn't do it today, that accountability person? What are you going to do? I have something that, I'll give you a couple of things that I do as a fallback. Besides reaching out and telling someone I'm struggling. The other thing that I have is a couple mantras. Things that now they're just in my head, but you could put it on a sticky note and put it on your refrigerator or whatever. But here's a couple, and you find something that works for you. My mantras that work for me are these. Okay, I blew it, right? So I'm thinking, darn it, I didn't do that step. I didn't do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to do the next right thing. So the next right thing is my mantra. So what do? If I eat a whole chocolate cake or whatever, and I would probably never do that, but if I ate a whole chocolate cake, and my goal was to not have sugar, I don't wait till the next day to eat right. I do the next right thing. Okay, so what we do often is when we sabotage and we don't, like for instance with our health, and we eat sugar, we think, oh, well, I'll just starve myself for the rest of the day because I don't deserve to eat any more food, any healthy food, and I'll just wait till tomorrow, right? And then tomorrow comes and then we do the same thing or, whatever. No, you do the next right thing. The next right thing is your next meal is in 3 hours. Your next meal is going to be a healthy salad or something healthy. Okay, you take the next right step and you just do that and you just keep moving forward. Okay, so that's one mantra that really helps me is, what is my next right step? I'm going to do the next right thing. The other one is I say to myself, just do it. Just do it. Okay? I worked with a gal. I kind of got it from her. It was funny. I'll share this little story with you. So I worked in this place where we worked with families and children, and we got this really cool changing table for babies. And so it got delivered. And so I was, me and this gal were standing there looking at this, like, this is really cute. Should we put it in the bathroom? Should we set it over here? Should we set it? We started doing this. And she's like one of these take action gals, okay? And so we were kind of it was just happening for like just 5 minutes or something. We're just kind of like contemplating. And she goes, let's just do it. Just do it. Pick it up. Let's go, And I think of that, it was like we could have spent, a lot of time sitting there thinking about it. And that was just one little thing. But she's like, let's just do it. And so that's another thing that I do, because you don't always feel motivated. You don't feel like it. Don't wait till you feel like it. Don't wait till you feel like it. Just do it. Okay? Because you may not feel like it today. You may not feel like it for forever. Who knows? But if it really is something you want to do and you have a really good reason why, think about your why and then just do it. Okay? So I think that's really what I wanted to say today. And if I missed something, I'll post it down below. But sorry for all the riffraff here. It's been a little crazy, I guess. But anyway, I hope that you're enjoying this workshop series. And on the line of, no guilt and just do it, sometimes when, I know myself when I do like a 5-day challenge or something like that, and I miss a day, it's sometimes hard. It's hard to get back on it, And so I just want to say that if you are in this group or not, and, there's no shame, you've been following along, that's okay. But, yeah, there's no shame. So if you didn't do your exercise yesterday, your workbook yesterday or whatever, just get back. Just do it today. Do the next lesson. Move on, No big deal. Get something out of it, right? So anyway, I'll leave you with that. Have a great day. See you in the group. Bye-bye.